Hello, happy Wednesday of Holy Week. I have Ben with me today, my son, and he is gonna blow out 3 candles. Okay, Ben, and I think he wants to do it sort of ninja style, which only do this if you're 17 or older or your parents say that you can't. Okay?
All right.
And one more. Okay,
Nice.
thank you so much. Man, my candles are getting darker and darker as we approach the day when Jesus is crucified. Sunday, we waved our palm branches and welcomed Jesus into Jerusalem as King. On Monday, we talked about how Jesus went and turned over the money changers' tables because they were blocking folks from coming to be able to worship the Lord. And yesterday, we talked about the woman in Bethany who gave up her very valuable oil to Jesus because he is more valuable than anything that we could have or do or be. And today, our symbol is lips. And we are going to talk about something that has to do with lips. And I'm going to read from the book of Matthew, which is kind of halfway through, a little bit over halfway through the whole Bible. It's the very first book of the New Testament. So then one of the 12 disciples that had been hanging out with Jesus for a long time, whose name was Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priest. And I have a quick picture of these priests right here. Do you see these guys? They're kind of angry. And this is who Judas went to. And they were not wanting to call Jesus king. They were worried that they couldn't be leaders anymore if Jesus was the real king. And so they were jealous of him. So they wanted him gone. So Judas went to them and said, "What will you give me if I deliver him over to you?" And they paid him 30 pieces of silver. And from that moment, he saw an opportunity to betray Jesus. Now, this doesn't happen immediately, but I'm going to show you a picture of what does happen. So see Jesus sitting under the tree, the garden, and Judas comes with the Roman soldiers. And what he tells them is that he's going to kiss Jesus. And that was a greeting during that time. But he told the soldiers that that's how you'll know who Jesus is and who you are to arrest. And so that's where my lips come in. Judas's betrayal is represented by these lips. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever had anyone betray you before. My guess is that you have, and it's really hard. It's really sad. And the crazy thing is that what Jesus had been teaching his people, his disciples, and anyone that was following him was to love our enemies, to love their enemies, even those that betray us. And so today, as we think about Jesus's own betrayal, and Judas was not the only one that betrayed him. Goodness, later in the week, Peter, his right-hand man, acts like he doesn't even know who Jesus is, like he's never known him. And so as we think about his betrayal, love for us to think about those that have betrayed us and also how we've betrayed God. And so I'm going to write my name on my lips because I'm remembering how I have also betrayed God. I live sometimes as if, or I definitely have lived as if he's not God, or that I don't need forgiveness, or that I don't want his forgiveness in moments. And so I know that I have betrayed him just like Judas and Peter. So I remember that I need his forgiveness. And the last thing I want you to think about doing, if you have a Hershey Kiss at your house, grab it. If you have another piece of chocolate or something sweet and your mom and dad say it's okay, I want you to eat it with me. Because this is a reminder to us as we eat it that we can forgive those who betray us too, as Jesus has forgiven us as we have betrayed him. So I'm going to eat my yummy chocolate, and we'll see you tomorrow.